Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to show you how to build a clean and responsive login page using just Tailwind CSS. No frameworks, no backend, just pure front-end magic. So let's dive in. So first I'm going to create a folder. I'll create a new folder and I'll call the folder login page. Login page. I'll open the folder with VS Code, my code editor. I'll create a new file here. I'll save the file as login.html. I'll bring out the structure of HTML, shift exclamation mark, hit enter, shift plus exclamation mark and hit enter on your keyboard. So I'm going to create a wrapper, a div, which I'm going to wrap all my form contents. So I'm going to give this div class attribute. We are going to write all my Tailwind class names. Okay. So for the purpose of this class and for the purpose of speed, we're going to be using Tailwind CDM for the purpose of this class and for the purpose of speed. So I'm going to be writing I'll write scripts. Write src, and the src attributes I'm going to write https cdm dot tailwind css.com. Okay, so this is a CDM for Tailwind CSS. So back to the form. So I'm going to give different class names here, Tailwind class names here, to structure my form. So minimum height screen. So I'm going to flex all the items in this particular div and I'm going to center them. So we have items center, justify center, so that I can align all the items in this div in the middle of the page. So the main focus is I want my form to be aligned in the page. I want all the items to be aligned in my web page. So the form is going to be aligned at the middle of my web page. Okay, so I'm going to create another div here. I'm still going to give it a class name. So we give it a background color of white. We give it padding of 8. Make it rounded so that I can have border radius. Give it shadow. Give it a width, full width, and then max width as well. Small screen. We're going to create heading here. Give it a name of login. So let's add some Tailwind class names to the heading. So let's give a font size for this heading to be 2XL. Give it a font of bold. Okay. Margin bottom of 6. And we're going to align the text center on the form. Let's centralize the text on the form. So next we are going to write our form elements. We're going to start our form elements. Alright, so we're going to be adding some Tailwind class names to the form. So let's just keep the form empty while we create some div inside to wrap the contents of all the elements inside the form. So let's give this div class attributes. Margin bottom 4. So let's give label to our first inputs. So this is going to be label for email, and the name of the label is going to be email. So let's add class attributes, Tailwind class names. Make it block. Okay. Text gray, color text to be gray, and the depth of 700. Okay, so I think then margin bottom, so it can be spaced down like 1. That's fine. So now put our inputs here. It's going to be input of type email. Since it's an email, I'm going to give it an ID of email. I'm going to put required, which is for normal HTML validation. So let's give some class names also before the required. Okay, so let's give it full width. Take full width in the container and give it border. You have border of green and depth of 300, padding of 2, and rounded so I can have curve edges. I can have curve edges. Then we have focus ring 2, focus give the ring color of blue, depth of 400. Alright, so after this div, we're going to create another div inside the form element, but instead of doing that, we are going to just copy the one we did above and edit it for password, because this form is basically just going to have an email and password to enable your login. So we're going to change the label here to password, and then the name here to be password, and this is going to be of type password as well, ID of password, and that's going to be required. Then finally we're going to create a button, submit button, and we're going to give it a class. So let it carry full width as well. Then background of blue, then depth of, let's say depth of 700, and let's give it text on it. Should be text white. I have a white color. Then padding of 2, rounded as well for border radius. And let's give some hover effects to change the depth of the color, or you can choose to give it another color when the user hovers over the login button, of course, hovers over the button. Alright, so I'm going to give it PG background of blue, but the depth is going to be different. I can give a depth of 600 here or 500. Then the name of this button will be login. Okay, so let me add transition to this. Okay, alright, so let's view the simple UI we have just created using Tailwind CSS alongside HTML. So let's see how it looks like in our browser. So since you're using CDM, you make sure that your data is connected, your data is on, because with CDM you need internet connection. Let's open it in our browser. Okay, so this is fine. It's fine. So this is HTML and Tailwind CSS. Alright, so thank you guys for for watching. And that's it. You have just built a fully responsive login page using Tailwind CSS from scratch. If you found this useful, make sure to like, comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe because I have got more front-end tips, UI builds, and develop tools coming your way. Thank you guys for watching. Please.